Why? 7:30, I'm gonna tell Kaisha so we do video 7:30. Alright, call her girl. Pick up please.
Safel.
Kaisha.
Yeah.
How are you?
I'm good.
Girl, and I remember so we have a video for you tonight.
It have to do tonight, Safel.
See, them things I can't take with you now. Yeah. Always I put off things. Everything set up already, Kai.
I just reach home. I'm tired.
Kai, you really are gonna do this to me? So many things me done for you. You really are doing this tonight. We spoke about it and we said we are doing the video tonight.
Talk truth.
Kai, stop procrastinating. Please, just stop procrastinating, man.
Alright, I gotta eat something and then come.
Eat.
Me just reach home, I'm tired.
Alright, go and go do it. I'm there wait, alright?
Alright.
You see, procrastinating is a big thing we all are facing with. And procrastination is really delaying or putting off important decision or any action that you plan and carrying out. So in this video, we'll be listing 6 reasons why creatives procrastinate. Stay tuned.
Alright, thanks for staying tuned, guys. So first of all, I'm Kaisha. He did not introduce me. It's fine. I've been here before. But Safel, thank you for inviting me, because you know I'm a chatterbox. Today, whatever, we're talking about procrastination, and I want to ask Safel first, because I'm always the one in the hot seat. So I want to ask you first, what is one of your reasons for procrastinating?
Alright, so my first reason of why I think I procrastinate, and that's because lack of energy at times. And I think that you all can confess to this, right? Sometimes we wake up in the morning and the energy is just not there. But I think this is lack of minerals, you know? We're just not taking the time out to just feed our body properly so we can wake up in the morning and feel energized, so we can get out there and do some work. So I think that we really need to prioritize our health. Our health comes first in everything that we do. Try your best to exercise, because when I exercise, it's like I get more work done, you know. So that's my first reason why I think I procrastinate: lack of energy.
Alright, so my first reason, which is also the second point, is time management. I think that's one of the reasons why we procrastinate as creatives. We don't manage our time properly, or we don't schedule our time as best as we can. And so sometimes we find ourselves in situations where we either overschedule, we underplan, we underschedule. Sometimes we do a little bit of phantom planning too, where we think we can get everything done in the time that we thought we would have been able to. We don't plan enough extra time for maybe breaking down equipment and whatever, and then we find ourselves in a situation where we're disappointing other people or whatever the case may be. So time management is my first one.
That is a very great tip, because it leads to the third reason why I think we creatives procrastinate, and it's really stuck in that professionalism zone. And we think that everything that we do, it has to be perfect. And if we don't get the right person to come on set with us, or we don't have the right camera, then we think that we won't do the video at our best level, which is perfection. And if you really think about it, you know, we never ever done anything that is perfect, because even if we do it to the highest point that we think we're satisfied with this project, I mean, I show Kaisha, probably she bash me and say, boy, Safel, how comes I do this and you do that? But I think that it was perfect. So we need to get that in our minds, that nothing that we do will ever be perfect. Anything that is perfect is from God. All right, so don't let perfection get in the way and stop us from just doing a video. So that's my third reason why I think I procrastinate.
Okay. I think my second reason, which is now what, the fourth reason, there are a lot of anxiety that we face as human beings in our daily lives. Sometimes we are very overwhelmed, and not a lot of us handle being overwhelmed the right way, you know. And when I say the right way, I feel so off, because there is really no right way to do some things, you know. We're all just trying our very best, but anxiety and that feeling of overwhelmed till eventually you get nothing done because you're so busy thinking about all this whole heap of stuff that you have to do. I know for me, I've been in a situation, or been in situations before, where there was just so much to do, and by the time I finished thinking about all the things that I had to do, I was so exhausted that I only just end up having to sleep. Like, as I had to sleep from the thought of all the things that I had to do, instead of actually picking one to do, because everything just seems so overwhelming for the day, or for even the week.
And I really know that can be, because most persons are really suffering from anxiety and depression, and I know that that can really get into the way. So we're moving on, and I think this should be like the fifth reason why I think we creatives procrastinate, and that is, we think that we have all this time in the world. We think we have about 48 hours in one day, when we know we only have 24 hours. So when we look at our calendars, or we look on our to-do lists, we're saying, oh, I have like 2 more weeks to do this. But why not do it at that moment when you can? Because you may not know, you may get more projects along the way, and it may come into the way of like making sure you edit that video, or making sure you go and start that shoot that you need to start. So let us try to get things out of the way as quickly as possible, and these stuff are what I am working on, because I'm guilty of being someone who procrastinate, and that's why I'm doing this video. So we're moving on to the sixth and final reason why we think we procrastinate as creatives.
I think my final reason is going to be, like I said, I can only speak for myself. As a part of the creative industry, I cannot speak for all creatives, because we don't all face the same things, right? One of my reasons for procrastinating sometimes is I have too many options. And so in trying to make a decision, I spend all this time trying to, I think Safel had said it earlier, we want it to be perfect, but it also sometimes comes down to, am I making the right choice? If this is the choice that I make, is this going to be the best choice for this particular project or for this particular client? And so in that selection process, trying to figure out, you know, what is the next move that I make, we end up not actually making a decision, and then just sitting on the idea or sitting on the project and waiting for it to come back around before we actually face it again. So sometimes something that should be a priority, we keep pushing it down, hoping and thinking that, you know, as creatives, when the creative juices strike, or when they start to flow, when I feel it, I'll do it. And I'm very guilty of that, because I use being creative as an excuse sometimes. I'm just like, creative people are not like regular people. We have to go where the vibration takes us, and the mood takes us, and the energy takes us. And sometimes the truth is, we're not gonna wake up with that energy. You know, we have to put ourselves in that frame of mind. So that's like one of my strong reasons. Me especially, yeah, too many options.
All right, so there we have it, and that's our 6 reasons why we think we procrastinate as filmmakers. And as Kaisha said, this is not a general thing. This is just what I'm facing, and this is what Kaisha is facing. But we would like to hear from you all. What makes you procrastinate? Leave it in the comment section below. But in general, I mean, when I look at it and look at everything, it all boils down to one thing, you know, why we procrastinate, or why I think we all procrastinate, and it doesn't matter the reasons when you look at it. And I just think it's just lack of being disciplined. I just think it's just under that umbrella of just.
I mean, that could be a top reason. I don't deny it. Adding to that, I also believe that we procrastinate only on difficult things. Whatever is fun, we don't waste no time to do that. Whatever we consider fun to us, we don't waste any time to do it. But when something becomes difficult, when we have to step outside of our comfort zone, when it's demanding and asking too much of us, we have to put out a little bit more energy than the usual. That's when we start to think, oh, I can't wait until tomorrow, or boy, this is so hard, it's gonna probably take one whole day. I'm gonna have one whole day to do it today. So tomorrow I'm gonna clear the schedule and do it, and then tomorrow we make up another excuse because this is such a project that is so big, it's going to need all of your attention, and you finally just keep pushing it. And this is why they usually say start with your biggest task first, or start with your hardest task first. I don't know that I subscribe to that, because I feel better when I get things done. So if it's a little task them that help me to feel productive, I do those first. And then there are other times when I really need to feel like I'm doing some work, and I really have to start with a big task, a task that yes, it's difficult, but it's also going to stretch me in a way that I feel like I can grow. And sometimes we can tag team, like it doesn't have to be, if it's not a task that you alone have to do it, you can call in other people to just for accountability.
Most definitely. I've like trying out some stuff to stop procrastinate, and it's working, but I'm gonna leave those tips for a next video. You know, I'm gonna call over Kaisha if she stop procrastinate, and see if we can do a second video to tell you guys some of the things that you can start doing to stop procrastinate. So if you like this video, my friends, go ahead and smash that like button, because it makes a difference. Like about 3,000 likes right now could really get my channel up and going, you know.
Whoa.
And if you're not yet subscribed, go and subscribe now. And I want you all to click that notification bell so you won't miss none of our newly uploaded videos. Until next time, we say peace out.